So the first habit that actually made me a millionaire was turning my phone on airplane mode. Pretty much the first 3 years of my business was built pretty much entirely while my phone was on airplane mode. And I'll explain why. You see, most people think that the reason they are not a millionaire is because of lack of energy, like they don't have enough energy or motivation to do something, or a lack of knowledge, understanding, and they think these are usually the two main reasons why. That is actually incorrect in 90% of cases. In 90% of cases, the thing that they lack is focus. Because if you have focus, then you will do the work, and doing the work and getting into that state of flow actually gives you that energy and motivation. And when you are someone who can sit down and focus on a task for a prolonged period of time, you will inevitably get the knowledge and information that you need in order to make $1 million. So this is why putting your phone on airplane mode is so important, because ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world where there's constant notification, constant distractions. So most people, the phone isn't enough. Most people have, a Apple Watch with notifications going on 24/7, and their computer is binging here and binging there. You need to reclaim your focus. You should not let anyone rob you of the most important thing that you have, which is your focus and your attention. So that's why in the first 3 years of my business, it didn't matter what I was doing. I made sure my phone was on airplane mode and it was in the other room. So that way I had no distractions and I could focus single-handedly on my task and make sure that you are the one who is steering your attention and steering your focus. We live in such a crazy world where the standard is so low of focus. The standard is so low because so many people are just sucked in by Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, this notification, that notification, etc., TikTok. I mean, don't even get me started. And for that reason, as I said, the bar is so low of how much focused output someone can do. So that means that even if you're a person who can put their phone on airplane mode and just focus on tasks for 30 minutes, that already puts you honestly in the top 5%, 3% of the population.
So let me explain, because people think I'm crazy for doing this, and I think they're crazy for not doing this. I think they're absolutely insane. What's going to happen to them is so unbearable than anything I'm about to describe, and I think you'll get it here in a second. Again, it's going to take me about 5 to 10 minutes to explain this. So again, if you want to go watch a cat video or a Taylor Swift video, that's fine. But something terrible is going to happen to you in 10 to 20 years, and you're not even going to see it coming. You're not even going to understand why, and you're never going to hit any of those things that you care about or want to do in your life. And this is why. This is fundamentally why. A lot of people in the comment section, especially when I started talking about this and why I basically kind of live like a monk, and I'm not like, I don't view myself as a Buddhist monk level discipline. However, if you look at my lifestyle, I live in an apartment with no furniture. Okay, I'm not out dating. I'm not out partying. I'm not out drinking. I live off oatmeal, spinach, chicken, and olive oil, a really limiting diet to keep my dopamine levels really low. I don't have a great social life. I don't have a ton of friends. Okay, I'm not super closely connected with my family at all times. I'm not out there traveling the world. I'm not seeing all these new things. I'm not gaining tons of new experiences in my life. I don't have any other hobbies than working on my business. I avoid video games or anything that gives me short-term hits of dopamine. There's a lot of lack in my life. And the one thing I want to point out before we get into it, this isn't because I don't like these things. I love partying and drinking. It's fantastic. Going out with your friends, drinking 10 White Russians in a night, enjoying a nice boozy dinner, going to the club, getting a table, I love it, okay? I love going and buying a private jet and flying to Vegas and going absolutely ham. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love Super Smash Bros. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. I love eating bad food. I love to go to dinner and eat like 8,000 calories at a time. I like hanging out with my family. It's really enjoyable. I love my friends. There's nothing better than hanging out with my friends, except for my purpose. In life, I know what I want. And so you're going to see me talking about these things. You're going to think, well, Alex just doesn't want those things. Alex is some complete antisocial weirdo. Not the case. I miss all the things, but I know, and I'm able to avoid these things because I know what I want. I know what I want to do. I know the one thing that I'm not willing to not do. I know what I'm willing to actually dedicate my life towards. And that allows me to actually move in that direction and actually be fulfilled. The problem is, most people, A, don't know what they want to dedicate their life towards. They don't have a purpose for living. And then 2, they sort of do, or they sort of know, but they're never going to get there. And they're not able to sacrifice for it. And they're not able to give up things for it, because they don't understand how sacrifice and how their energy and time works. And that's what the point of this video is. And I give up everything to pretty much focus on my one goal, at least in this time period of my life, which is building Hyros to a certain level and hitting a certain amount of success, because that's just what I've decided to focus my life around right now. That's what means the most to me. And a lot of people, when you read the comment section, say this guy is insane, he's not doing things the right way. They're really bothered by it. And that's scary. And you don't want to accept it, because there's so many people who are telling you, oh, you can have it all, you can have a life of balance. That's an accepted thing in society. Have all these little fruits, enjoy everything, live this nice, cozy life. And boy, do self-help gurus tell you that. Everyone's going to tell you that. And you know why they tell you that? Because it's what you want to hear. And when they tell you what you want to hear, they can get you to buy things that will tell you more stuff that help you confirm what you want reality to be. That's not reality. That's not the truth. If you go look at anybody who's done anything great with their lives or succeeded in any area of their lives, whether it's with their family, whether it's with their business, they're not balanced at all. They've sacrificed a whole lot. There is so much they've missed out on so they can enjoy the one thing they care about, to be honest. And I'm just going to give you a quick note right here. The number one way to ensure that you're not crazy is when 95% of people disagree with you. You want to find something where 95% of people disagree with you, but 5% of very, very smart people agree with you. Because 95% of people are so off base in their life. They get such poor results in their life that the number one way to guarantee you get poor results is just make sure everybody agrees with you. Because so many people are so uninformed, if you're in the group think, that's the number one sign that you're in the wrong think. It's just the number one sign. Unless you were born in a community of people who are super self-aware, completely understand how to get results in life and are killing it, which you probably aren't. No one's born in a community like that. Everything that's probably taught to you by your community and your surroundings is mostly wrong. Why? Look at the results they're getting. Okay, if it was right, they'd be getting different results. More so, when I read the comment section, people think that I'm making a big sacrifice here. And in my view, I'm not making a big sacrifice. Actually, I'm preventing something horrible from happening to me, like I talked about a little bit earlier in this video. And I cannot think of anything worse in my life than looking back 10 years from now and being full of regret, thinking that I wasted my time, thinking that I didn't put my energy into the things I wanted to go for and did not achieve them. I did not allow myself to go and get the things that were important to me. And that's because when you refuse to sacrifice in your life, the things that actually matter to you become the sacrifice.
One is there's a clear separation between awareness and the mind. And second is you can actually take your awareness and move it to any area of the mind that you want it to go to. Because you just allowed me to do that. I took your awareness from this room, becoming aware of this chair that you're sitting on, the sound of my voice, the air conditioning, the projector, and you went to the wedding area of the mind. And the longer you stayed there, the more you thought about the wedding. How do I know you were thinking about it? Because I had my eyes open, and when I asked you a question like, did the bride make a bad choice? Some of you were like, with a dress? Yes. So I knew you were thinking about the wedding, right? And then you went from the wedding area of the mind, and you traveled all the way to the vacation area of the mind. And you stayed there, and while you were in the vacation area of the mind, you weren't thinking about the wedding or about the room. And then you went from the vacation area of the mind back to the room again. And I made you think about the chair, the room, and you weren't thinking about the wedding or the vacation then. And this is what happens all day. We allow people and things around us to take awareness from one area of the mind to another all day long, from the time we wake up. And therefore, we become distracted. To be concentrated is to be able to keep your awareness on one thing for an extended period of time. How do we practice this? We practice this by doing one thing at a time throughout the day. What's the best way to develop concentration? The best way to develop concentration is to bring that practice into our everyday life. Look at opportunities throughout your day. In your average day, ask yourself, what's a great opportunity to practice concentration? How many of you have a spouse or partner that you live with? Quite a few of you. Every time you speak with your spouse or your partner, keep that ball of light, that awareness on that person. It drifts away, bring it back. It drifts away, bring it back. The more you practice this, the more you become better at concentration. Give her or him your undivided attention. So if you speak to your spouse for 2 hours a day, what a great opportunity to practice concentration. Every time you speak with your child, practice concentration. Parents come up to me all the time and say, Dandapani, how can I teach my children to concentrate? Very easy. You learn to concentrate first. You know, there's an old saying that goes, monkey sees, monkey do, you know? And if you can't concentrate, you can't expect your child to concentrate. And if you don't teach your children how to concentrate, how can they possibly learn how to concentrate? They can't. The benefits of concentration are endless, right? When you're able to concentrate, you're able to focus all your energy into a single given point. Life is a manifestation of where your energy is flowing. And if you can't concentrate your energy, the things that you want to manifest in your life becomes very, very challenging. So learn to concentrate by doing one thing at a time. Bring this practice into everything that you do throughout the day. Make it a part of your life. Practice, practice, practice. Keep bringing awareness back and keep it focused on one thing at a time. Share this knowledge with your children. Be an example for them so they can grow up. Let's stop drugging our children and solve the simple problem by teaching them how to concentrate and helping them to practice concentration. Be unwavering in your focus. Proceed with confidence, because life is meant to be lived joyously. And it all begins by learning how to concentrate and staying focused. Thank you very much, everyone.
I don't waste time, no, I make time. All these people wanna hate, fine, I'ma make mine. While you sitting there complaining, I'll be training. While you sitting there just waiting, I'm creating. Yeah, sometimes I think that I'm unstoppable.